Thanks for joining us at 5. I'm John Adams. About 51 hours remain for you to make your voice heard in the Oregon primary. And election offices across the state have put in work to make sure casting your vote is quick and easy. Earlier this afternoon in Clackamas County, the elections office held special Saturday hours. Voters were able to get a replacement ballot, get help voting, or get any election questions answered. The county clerk says the goal is to have every person who is eligible to vote do so hassle-free.
We want you to use your voice and to vote, and one of the key ingredients of an election is citizen participation, and that is up to you.
She says as of Friday night, 15% of eligible voters had cast their ballots. If you missed today's event, you can still drop off your ballot at one of the 25 different sites across the county. A reminder, your ballot must be turned in or in the mail and postmarked by 8 Tuesday night. KGW will be monitoring and updating election results all night long. Check out our website, plus KGW Plus, or streaming and download our KGW app. We'll turn you now to weather. Some on and off showers across the Portland area today, including a huge rainstorm just minutes before our show. Let's bring in meteorologist Joe Ranieri now. Is this rain going to stick around, Joe?
Well, that rain showers kind of caught all of our attention in the newsroom. It's kind of fun to see. Yeah, heavy downpours, and those downpours, John, will carry over into the next couple of hours, depending on where you're at. It's mainly throughout the northern part of the metro area. You travel south away from the city, you're not going to be seeing much in terms of rainfall. As we take a peek out here on the radar, picking up some spotty showers near Astoria and all the way down into south along Tillamook. But south of Tillamook into Lincoln City and Newport, you are going to be dry the rest of this Saturday night. Here's a live look now over in Astoria. Temperature of 57 degrees. Winds are pretty light coming in out of the west, and we still have some dark clouds above the golf course. Hopefully the golfers wrapped up their round out there at the reserve in Aloha. Temperature right now of 58 degrees. Pretty much dry over in Washington County right now. And here's a live look in downtown Portland. Temperature of 60 degrees. We should be close to 70 degrees for this time of year. We'll see 70 back in the picture, but it won't come until Monday. We're going to be looking at another round of some cooler conditions heading into tomorrow. Throughout the morning hours, we'll be looking at a few clouds here and there, but I think the chance to see precipitation fall won't happen until as early as noon and until about 3-4 o'clock. There's about a 3-4 hour window tomorrow where we could be seeing some light showers, but again, it is going to be just that light. I'll talk more about your detailed forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, Joe, thank you. New tonight, a Gresham High School teacher placed on leave after reports of inappropriate behavior towards students. Now Gresham police are investigating at Centennial High School. The allegations were reported to school staff earlier this week. We've reached out to the district for more information. An alert tonight, Portland police want you to keep an eye out for this man. They say 53-year-old George Klein, who sometimes goes by Eric, was last seen May 6th, and the family is worried about his well-being. He has mental health issues and is not his own guardian. His last known location was the emergency department at the Oregon Health and Science University Hospital. If you've seen Klein, call 911. A rural stretch of roads in Clackamas County are back open after a fire late last night. Around 10, crews were called to a barn fire on southeast Tin Ike and Thomas Roads in Sandy. They found the barn fully engulfed in flames with the fire spreading toward nearby trees. Shortly after midnight, crews cleared the scene and opened roads back up. It took help from multiple agencies, including the Coast Guard, to get a runaway boat under control that had thrown its owner overboard. Crews were called after 1 to the Cathedral Park boat ramp in North Portland. By the time they got there, the man had been rescued by a Good Samaritan, but the boat was still running circles in the river. After several tries, they were able to lasso the boat by the motor and shut it off. KGW is continuing to celebrate Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. Today, our Sydney Dorner spoke with families at the Portland Japanese School on how this immersive program keeps them close to their roots.
That's right. Each Saturday, Hazelbrook Middle School in Tualatin transforms from an everyday middle school to a learning environment of all things Japanese culture. Hidenori Oishi lived in Japan until he was 19 before moving to the U.S. Once he decided to raise a family in Beaverton, he became dedicated to making sure his children had strong connections to his birthplace.
Not sending my kids to Japanese school is not an option. because I always have a fear that once I do that, they're gonna lose their language.
Oishi has been sending all his kids to Portland Japanese School since they were 5. His daughter Yuki, now 15, says she wouldn't be the student she is today without the program.
It's taught me a lot of time management because it is hard balancing like my regular high school work and Japanese school work.
The Saturday school serves K through 12. Established in 1971 by the Japanese Business Association of Portland and supported by the Japanese government, who ships textbooks to the school.
You get to know a whole different country and like culture because it's not just the words, it's like more music and all like the movies that you can understand because you know the language.
Students say the school keeps them adjusted to both American and Japanese culture, hoping to be a bridge between both countries when they grow up.
I want to make Japanese culture, language as a unique, Pokemon card in the world, in a way.
Cool.
But in order for us to do that, we have to, carry over all those language over to next generation.
Sydney Dorner, KGW News.
Portland's Rose Festival is less than 1 week away, which means decorating the floats is fully underway. Today, parents and children were invited to the Fred Meyer Junior Parade Float Building Workshop in Northeast Portland. At least 20 families signed up and showed up today for what's considered the longest running junior parade in the U.S., according to a Rose Festival spokesperson. Portland Girl Scout troops were among the groups volunteering today. Here's what one member shared is her favorite part after decorating for the parade for a third time.
It's definitely, I love decorating it, but my very favorite part is when we get to like walk through the streets and everybody is like, we love your cookies, or like they just like waving, and sometimes I see people I know, which is really fun too because I can just like wave at them.
The junior parade is set to start in the Hollywood district on June 5th at 1 p.m. Survivors of Portland's Vanport neighborhood gathered today to kick off the 9th Vanport Mosaic Festival. The festival honors the residents who survived the flood of 1948, the displaced Native American communities, and people of Japanese descent who were incarcerated in the area during World War II. The event will feature history presentations, art exhibits, and more about the history of Vanport. Carolyn Hilton was 8 years old when she moved to the community with her family. She remembers driving away from Vanport on the day of the flood in May 1948.
I looked out the back window of the car and it was just a big wall of water coming. It wasn't real close, but it was coming fast. And by the time we got where we could be safe, we jumped out of the car and water was about up to my knees at that time.
The festival runs through June the 1st. Well, today marks 44 years since the eruption of Mount St. Helens. For the second straight year, visitors can't get as close to the volcano as they used to. The state still needs to repair a highway damaged by a landslide. There are plenty of other spots to commemorate the anniversary or honor those who were killed. The Science and Learning Center at Coldwater Ridge is the next closest visitor center. It's open from 10 to 4 tomorrow. Starting next Friday, it'll be open daily through the summer. Well, it's a scam that attempts to play on your emotions. Coming up here at 5, we show you the Facebook post that's being shared in online groups across the country. Plus, a budget airline continues to overhaul its pricing system. The latest changes and what's behind it all still to come. Take a look at your national headlines. Previously unseen surveillance video from a Los Angeles hotel has been leaked that appears to show music mogul Sean Diddy Combs physically assaulting singer Cassie Ventura in 2016. Ventura sued Combs earlier this year, accusing him of sex trafficking and abuse. The lawsuit later settled. Combs did not respond to requests for comment, but he previously denied committing acts of domestic violence. The music mogul faces multiple civil lawsuits with allegations including abuse and sexual assault spanning decades. A controversial Texas sentencing takes a new twist after Governor Greg Abbott, facing pressure from conservatives, delivered on his own vow to pardon a man convicted of murdering a Black Lives Matter protester back in 2020. It comes 1 year after Daniel Perry was convicted of murdering Garrett Foster. The Texas Board of Pardons and Paroles was unanimous in its recommendation to pardon Perry. The district attorney that prosecuted the man vowed the legal fight isn't over. Frontier Airlines continues its pricing overhaul. With the latest change, you no longer have to pay a change fee to change your flight. It's because of the Biden administration's stricter rules targeting junk fees. Frontier also said flight credits would be valid for 12 months. That's up from 3 months. Scammers often use alarming images and text to get more people to share posts online. Ariane Till with our National Verify team looks into claims that scammers used a real photo of a little boy to trick Facebook users into sharing malicious links.
You may have seen this image of a 2-year-old boy with bruises and scratches on his face being shared online. According to the post, the little boy was reportedly found and brought to a police station, but officers have no idea where he lives. Many of the posts are originally posted in local buy and sell groups and encourage people to share the post. But are these posts about a missing 2-year-old boy at a police station even true? Let's verify using these sources. Verify conducted a reverse image search and found the photos being used in the posts are real, but the story behind them is not. They're being used as part of a bait and switch scam. Let me explain. The images are of a 2-year-old boy who was mauled by dogs in Georgia in 2014. At the time of the attack, HLN and other news outlets covered the story. But what's not real is the claim that the police department needs help identifying the boy. Scammers are using the photos and the plea for help to play on people's emotions and get them to share the post. Once this kind of post gets shared enough, the Better Business Bureau says a scammer changes the original post to a deceptive rental ad, or sometimes to a link pointing to a survey that guarantees a cash prize. Scammers can then steal personal information through malicious links added to the edited posts. In fact, photos of the boy were used in a number of posts, but with different locations. A police department in Tennessee posted an alert about one of them, telling people to avoid sharing and to take it down if they already had. So we can verify, no. The posts about a missing 2-year-old boy at a police station are not true. They're part of a bait and switch scam. To avoid falling for these scams, the BBB recommends looking at the profile of the user who is sharing the post. With your Verify, I'm Ariane Till.
Regular season championship is on the line tonight. Oregon State versus Arizona. Winner takes all. The Beavers and Wildcats are the top two teams in the conference, and just a half game separates them in the standings. But OSU has dominated Arizona the past couple of games, including last night's 16-1 beatdown. If the Beavers win tonight, it would be their first Pac-12 title since 2017. A win would also secure the top seed in the Pac-12 tournament. First pitch set for 6 o'clock in Tucson. The Pac-12 network has the broadcast. The Oregon baseball team secured a top 3 seed in the Pac-12 tournament. The 23rd ranked Ducks wrapped up the regular season with a 3-game sweep of Washington State. Mason Neville had 2 homers in today's 10-4 victory. It's the Ducks close out the regular season with 37 wins. NCAA softball regionals, Oregon facing Oklahoma. Ariel Carlson setting the tone with a solo shot in the first. But the Ducks' lead would not hold up. The second-ranked Sooners reeled off the next 6 runs and held off a Ducks rally. Oklahoma wins 6-3. The Ducks drop to the elimination bracket. They'll play again later tonight to keep their season alive.
1-2. On the ground, Nelson knocks it down. Linfield wins!
The number 1 ranked Linfield softball team takes down Redlands to win the McMinnville Regional, advancing to the NCAA Division III Super Regional for the 2nd straight season. Super Regionals begin Thursday. The Wildcats' opponent to be determined. Let's kick it. The Portland Timbers got their first taste of victory in 2 months, defeating San Jose on Wednesday, but they didn't have much time to let it marinate. On the road for their 3rd match in a week, visiting Minnesota tonight. The Loons entered the day 2nd in the West, winning 3 of their last 4. Kickoff just a few minutes away. Rowers took over Vancouver Lake today. U.S. Rowing hosting the Northwest Youth Rowing Championships. This was day 2 of the event. Hundreds of rowers from California to Canada were on the water, competing in everything from single sculls to 8 in a boat on the 1.5 mile course. This event is one of the highlights of the season for youth rowers.
There's such a sense of community. It's so tight-knit because, as I said, you're rowing in boats with people. You're supposed to be perfectly in time with them, perfectly in sync. You're supposed to all be on the same page, and you work together with people in a way that is incomparable to anything else, really.
Competition continues tomorrow. Top finishers at this weekend's events qualify for the national championships. Those nationals are in June in Sarasota, Florida.
I think all the rowers out there are probably pretty happy that the competition was this Saturday as opposed to last Saturday when it was very hot, maybe some sunburns.
It's fun to be on the water at 90 degrees if you're doing a little skiing and what have you, not when you're doing that kind of hard work and trying to compete for if you're in a big sport. But yeah, out there today we started off relatively quiet, then we started to see some strong showers move through, and that's what we're going to be seeing here the next couple of hours just east of Longview, picking up some yellows. There could be a little bit of some hail mixed in with some of these showers here over the next few hours or so. But you travel south along Highway 101 and really south of the metro area, you're looking at very quiet conditions heading into your Saturday night and really basically into Sunday as well. Going out into Newport right now, temperature of 57 degrees, a little mix of some clouds and sunshine. Again, we'll start to see a slight chance for some spotty showers at times throughout the morning hours along the coast. That slight chance carries over into the valley, northern part of the valley, late morning and into the early part of the afternoon tomorrow. But it's going to be more dry than wet for your Sunday. Temperature of 60 degrees. You can kind of see some of those gray clouds above the city right now. Tomorrow's day planner is going to be starting off dry. Temperatures in the mid-40s, a little bit cool and cloudy for the 7 o'clock to basically late morning hours. A slight chance so showers move into the forecast by midday with a daytime high tomorrow of 63 degrees, and we'll see clear skies heading into Monday. And Monday looks to be the best day of the week. Temperature of 70 degrees, and then we'll kind of see our kind of forecast change a little bit heading into Tuesday afternoon and into Wednesday especially. Looking out the future cast overnight, we'll start to see those showers increase at times throughout the morning hours. Again, heavier showers will be popping up at, in a few locations along the central Oregon coast, but this isn't all that organized of a system. So some of you might be basically dry all day, while some of you might be seeing a few showers kind of linger around throughout the morning hours and into the afternoon. Here we are Monday morning, waking up to some patchy areas of fog, but once those clouds lift, we're going to be seeing a beautiful conditions move through heading into the afternoon with a lot of sunshine. This model is showing those showers arriving a little bit earlier, but I'm expecting to see those showers really pick up late Tuesday afternoon into the evening hours, and that is what's going to carry over into Wednesday. Tomorrow, a few light showers at times, but a little bit warmer for the early part of next week. I already told you Monday's going to be the warmest day. A strong system arrives Tuesday afternoon and into Wednesday, bringing in a good amount of showers, something we really haven't seen over the last few days in terms of, day after day of measurable amount of rain. That's what we'll see heading into the next week. Temperatures right now are in the upper 50s to low 60s. Now, east side of the state, you're looking at some mild conditions over in John Day, 66 degrees Burns, temperature of 73. Now, we topped out in the low 60s, so it's going to be a cool again tomorrow, but we'll start to see things kind of improve for us a little bit heading into Monday. A live look now over in Lincoln City, temperature of 59 degrees. We got those raindrops on the camera lens. Tomorrow morning is going to start off pretty nice. Temperatures in the mid 50s. Daytime highs close to 60 degrees with a few spotty showers at times, and we're to be more dry than wet heading into tomorrow. So just plan accordingly. If you'll be driving over the mountain passes, you're not going to have any issues. And mainly dry Sunday, but again, there's going to be a few showers at times. Daytime highs in the low 60s, and on that 7-day forecast, it will be a little bit cool to start things off for tomorrow, but looking into Monday, beautiful. Temperature of 70 degrees, and then Tuesday afternoon and Wednesday we'll see those showers. Some of those showers stick around into Thursday, and there's a slight chance we could see some showers returning for the holiday weekend, but all in all, at this point, I know it's a week out, it's looking to be relatively nice once we get past Saturday.
And much more seasonable than we saw last weekend.
Absolutely, and I think that's what people hope for if they're going to make any plans to go camping for the unofficial start of summer, which is wild to talk about right now.
Oh, May has gone quickly. All right, Joe, thank you. Well, still to come, you never know what you can encounter while visiting the beach. Next, a rare fish find that could be a first for the Oregon coast. Before we go, check this out. Local beachgoers found this deep sea anglerfish just south of Cannon Beach. They live about 2,000 to 3,000 feet deep in the ocean, so they're rarely seen. In fact, Seaside Aquarium says this may be the first sighting off the Oregon coast ever. Joe, that's a crazy looking fish.
The angler, you know, the top of their fish, it lights up into the deep sea. It attracts their prey, and that's how they, you know, catch the other fish and what have you. But yeah, interesting. That's wild to see. But going to the forecast real quick, we are be seeing a few spotty showers here in the metro area. Where it's going to be dry is out in the gorge. Here's a live look out in the Dalles tonight. We'll see you back here tonight at 11.